the young and the restless spoilers. Chelsea sat in the dimly lit living room, her hands trembling as she clutched a cup of tea that had long since gone cold. The silence of the Newman estate was deafening, broken only by the occasional creak of the old wooden floors. She had been waiting for this moment, dreading it, but knowing that it was inevitable. Adam, her former lover and the father of her son, Connor, would soon walk through the door, and they would have the conversation that had been brewing for months, if not years. When the door finally opened, Adam stepped in with the air of a man who had the weight of the world on his shoulders. His usual confidence seemed diminished, his sharp gaze softened by the exhaustion of battling endless conflicts, both external and internal. He looked at Chelsea, his eyes meeting hers with an unspoken understanding of the gravity of the situation. "We need to talk," Chelsea began, her voice barely above a whisper, yet laced with the urgency of a mother desperate to protect her child. Adam nodded, removing his coat and tossing it carelessly onto the nearest chair. "I know," he replied, his tone weary but resigned. "Connor, right?" Chelsea's heart ached at the mere mention of their son's name. "Yes, Adam. We can't go on like this. We're losing him. Every day, I see him slipping further away, and it's killing me inside. He's so young, but he's already carrying the burden of our mistakes. He's seen too much, heard too much. We have to do something, Adam, before it's too late." Adam sighed deeply, running a hand through his dark hair. "Chelsea, I get it. I really do. But what do you want me to do? We can't just shelter him from reality. He's going to have to face the truth at some point. We can't coddle him forever." Chelsea's eyes flashed with anger, her frustration boiling over. "Coddle him? Adam, he's our son. He's a child. He's not equipped to handle this mess we've created. He needs stability, love, and security, not the chaos we've been subjecting him to. He needs us, Adam. Both of us. But not like this. Not when we're tearing each other apart." Adam shook his head, his expression hardening. "What are you suggesting, Chelsea? That we just pretend everything is fine? That we drop everything and play happy family for Connor's sake? That's not how life works. He needs to learn that sometimes, things don't go the way you want them to. Is that what you think this is about?" Chelsea shot back, her voice rising. "This isn't about teaching him some harsh life lesson. This is about protecting our son from the damage we're causing him. He's been through so much already, Adam. He deserves better than this. We need to put him first, before our own needs and desires." Adam's jaw tightened, the tension between them palpable. "So what then, Chelsea? You want me to end things with Sally? To pretend that I don't care about her? Just to placate Connor? That's not fair to anyone involved." Chelsea's eyes filled with tears, but she refused to let them fall. "Fair? Adam, this isn't about fairness. This is about our child. He's the one who's going to suffer the most if we don't get our act together. Can't you see that? Can't you see how much he's hurting?" The room seemed to grow colder as the argument escalated, both of them unwilling to back down. Chelsea knew that Adam was stubborn, but she had hoped, prayed, that he would see reason when it came to their son. But as the minutes ticked by, it became painfully clear that Adam was as entrenched in his position as she was in hers. The turning point came when Adam's frustration reached its peak. "You're being ridiculous, Chelsea. This is all just one big excuse for you to try and control me, to manipulate the situation to your advantage. Well, I'm done playing this game. I'm not going to let you dictate my life or my relationships. Not anymore." Before she could react, Adam's hand moved swiftly, delivering a sharp slap across Chelsea's face. The sound echoed through the room like a gunshot, leaving both of them momentarily stunned by the violence of the act. Chelsea staggered back, her hand flying to her cheek as the sting of the blow spread across her skin. But the physical pain was nothing compared to the emotional agony she felt in that moment. She looked at Adam, her eyes wide with disbelief and horror. "How could you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "How could you do this in front of our son?" Adam's anger seemed to dissipate as quickly as it had flared, replaced by a look of shock and regret. "Chelsea, he began, but the words died in his throat as he saw the devastation on her face. From the top of the staircase, a small figure stood frozen, his wide eyes filled with terror. Connor had witnessed the entire exchange, his young mind struggling to process what he had just seen. The sight of his father striking his mother was too much for him to bear, and a shock.